Hi, this is Celeste. I'm a nationally certified interventionist. I'm a family coach and I'm a recovery coach. And I'm here to talk to you today about making your life more manageable. And for a lot of you out there who have someone you love that's in active addiction, it can really feel like you're powerless. Life is unmanageable. Like addiction has taken control not only of your loved one, but also of your life. And your life can feel absolutely chaotic with the consequences of somebody else's addiction. So, I wanted to really talk about learning to manage your life so that life doesn't manage you. And I work with people a lot on this. A lot of people come to me when they have someone that they love in active addiction and they just feel broken. They feel like they're living in constant chaos and fear and anxiety and stress, and they just feel like they can't manage their lives anymore, and they're absolutely being like rode hard by life, and they just feel exhausted and emotionally taxed and all of these things, right? So with the family coaching program that I do with people, it's really about taking your power back, taking ownership back of your own life, taking your own life back from addiction so that you can better help the person you love who's in active addiction. Because I mean, you can't help somebody else when you feel so depleted and so broken and so hopeless and powerless. Like you can't help another person from that state. So I really take a solution focused approach with people, an empowerment approach. So the whole part of this, the whole purpose of this program is for you to empower yourself again, to not feel like you're powerless because of somebody else's addiction. And that's a very scary place to be. It's not a good place to be. So I really work with people on starting to break some of those codependent behaviors, some of those thinking patterns that really feed into the codependency and the enabling, and to really just learn to better manage their life so that they're not feeling like they're a prisoner of their own lives and captivated by this other person's addiction. So we really focus a lot on behaviors and thinking. One of those behaviors that we work with a lot on is setting boundaries. This is huge when you love someone in active addiction, is being able to set those boundaries and being able to follow through with consequences to those boundaries. And a lot of times when we love someone in active addiction, we'll give those empty threats, I'm never giving you money again. I'm never giving you a place to stay again. This is the last time I give you something. And then the next day they come to you looking for something else, and you cave. So, I mean, this is very, very common, right? Because, I mean, you love this person, you want to help them, you want to do well. But the road to hell was paved with good intentions, right? And that's really what loving someone in active addiction is like. It's really just like being on the road to hell. And it is. You feel like you're in hell because of everything that's going on in your life. So, really learning to set those boundaries, learning to emotionally detach to a certain extent from this person and the chaos in their life and their choices and their decisions and their negative consequences, so that you can maintain your own emotional health, mental health, physical health, spiritual health, financial health, because we can't help them if we're completely depleted. If we have nothing to give, if our cup isn't full, we've got nothing to give. So these are some really important things that we're going to learn to do. And even with the setting boundaries aspect of it, we work a lot on improving communication, how to engage in more effective communication to get your point across in a way that isn't going to anger the addict, get them upset, create more rifts in the relationship. So creating that sense of healthy communication, and all these changes in thinking patterns, behaviors, boundaries, more effective communication, it's really going to start to improve your relationships, not just with the person in active addiction, but also with everybody else in your life. It's going to really filter down, because chances are, if you're enabling and codependent with someone in active addiction, that's not the only relationship that's being affected. It's, the relationship with your spouse, your parents, your in-laws, your everybody, your professional relationships with your coworkers, your friends. All these relationships are going to be negatively impacted by this situation. So even just setting boundaries in the workplace or with friends and family, more effectively communicating with them, and starting to take care of your own emotional well-being is going to really impact in a positive way all these other relationships. So if this stuff is sounding familiar to you, if you feel like this is me in a nutshell, I need to start managing my life better so that my life isn't managing me, I've posted a link in the caption where you can go to apply for my family coaching program. And the results I've seen from doing this work with people, people come into the program, and when they leave, they're completely different people, and leaving with a sense of empowerment, feeling like their life has done a complete 180. And this is all stuff that happens in a very short time. And the great thing about the tools and strategies that I'll teach you is that they're very simple, but they're very effective. They're very strategic strategies that you're going to want to use. And once you leave the program, you're not going to have mastered it. But it's still going to be life transforming even once you leave the program. But they're tools and strategies that you can continue to work on, and you'll be working on them for the rest of your life, right? So, but you'll just be improving. You'll just be improving your life as you go. So it very much is a solution-focused empowerment approach. So you're going to want to click on the link, apply for the program. We'll get on the phone. We'll start to build out your individualized program. Because this isn't a cookie cutter approach. We have to fine tune every program to suit your needs. So we're going to look at your strengths, where you want to improve, and then we're going to build out the program specifically for you. So make sure you click on the link today because spots are filling up quickly. You're going to want to get in before spots are gone. Have a good weekend, everybody. Thank you for tuning in.